We do have audio on it. Let me boost it a little bit.
Okay, boost it a little bit.
For some audio boost.
Yeah, get it boosted.
There you go.
Boosted.
Boost, baby, boost. Oh, yeah.
Good, boost.
Yeah, boosted.
Boost, looking for boost. Looking for boost.
Brrr. Action.
Welcome to another YouTube video. This is going to be a fun day. We're going to show you how to catch a fish off of a bed. Cam, you ready to catch one off a bed?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
You're going to catch one off a bed today?
I am going to catch
Well,
two.
guess what? You're not going to get to. But listen, this is always a cool time. I know it's a very controversial way of fishing. People are like, oh no, anybody can catch them off the beds. Anybody can catch them off the beds. I don't think people should fish during the beds. Well, guess what, Bobby? Today we're gonna catch them off the beds. And I'm gonna show you a couple of baits that I like to use for sight fishing, bed fishing, fishing during the spawn, when I'm actually visually seeing fish. I guess I need to explain that because some guys may not actually know what I'm talking about when I say bed fishing or sight fishing. The springtime of the year right now, the water temperature is in the mid to upper 50s, some places even 60 degrees. During that time period of the year, when the days start to get longer, in my area of the country, it's in late February or March, the fish start to do their reproductive ritual. They start to make babies. Yes, the fish start their sexual ritual. Okay? So, what happens is they move up into the shallows, especially if you have a place where there's any kind of clear water. You can visually see the fish where they fanned out a little hard spot on the bottom, and the male will fan out a hard spot for the female to come in and spray her eggs. The male then fertilizes the eggs, and that's where we get our new spawn for the year. Okay, hence where the controversy comes in, because people say, well, you're ruining the spawn, and you're going to ruin the fishery because you're catching these fish off the beds and they can't protect their babies. Well, here's the thing you need to remember, Jerry. We're only catching a small percentage of the fish that are spawning. Very minute, very small percent. We're not that good as fishermen. We're not as good as you think you are. So it's okay. Go have some fun with this. It's very fun because it's visual. This is about 3 baits, I guess. I don't know, 3, 4 baits I like to use. One of the setups I'm going to be using is a Texas rig. And I typically use a fairly heavy weight for this Texas rig, because when I see the fish, I want to be able to get the bait down to him and get that fish to react to my bait. So I'm using a 5/16 ounce weight. I'll use as much as a half ounce sometimes, usually no more than a half ounce, but this is a 5/16 ounce, which is kind of on the heavy side. I'm using 15-pound test fluorocarbon. This is a favorite absolute 7'2". I've really grown to like this rod, guys. This is 7'2" heavy. What I like about it, there's a couple things. It's light and it's affordable. It's like 80 bucks. An 80-buck rod that I'll be using today. And I'm pairing that up with a high-speed Lew's TI, Pro TI bait caster. And, you know, I got some other setups that I'll show you too. Now, on this setup, I really pretty much can use the couple plastics that I'm about to show you. You really can put them all on this Texas rig. And in a normal day, like if it was a tournament, I probably would have all these on like 3 different setups on deck. But since we're out here having fun today, I'll really just have one rod and just switch out the plastics when I feel the need to. So let's talk about bait number 1 is my bang sticks. That guy right there, just a stick bait with tentacles on it. That's probably one of the go-tos. I'll start with that. Just a stick bait. Fish just, I don't know what it is about stick bait. They just like them. They just like a good old stick bait. So I'll use this guy. Black and blue. Use a black and blue because it does show up off the bottom pretty good. And then I have like a variation of craws that I like to use. I really like to use a craw style bait anytime I'm fishing for a fish on the beds. This is, Z-Man has quite a few. What's this one called? The punch craws. This is actually meant to be like a bait that you use for punching heavy matted vegetation. That's California craw. I'll usually try to use something dark so I can see the bait. And when I try to see the bait, I'm not necessarily trying to see the fish grab the bait, but I'm trying to get a good orientation of where the bait is versus the bottom. You know, I can tell if the bait's on the bottom or where it is in the bed. There's one or two more baits that I have that I like. There's another craw that I like. Where's that thing at? Oh, it's this one here. This guy. This is the other craw I like to use. I think this is called a Crawdads. I like to use this one too. It's black and blue. It really looks exactly like a craw. It's got the shape, it's got the body, it's got the booty, it's got the craws on it, it's got the little tentacles, it's got a lot of little appendages on it, and it just pairs really good with a 3 or 4/0 straight shank hook. I'll just take this guy right here on my 15-pound test fluorocarbon and just Texas rig it just like this. And I'll go up here. Like that. And then when I find a fish on the bed, I'll just flip this guy just like that on the bed, and you're just going to try to aggravate that fish into biting. It's as simple as that. Now, most of the time I'm going to throw the Texas rig. I will throw my Shaky head. I do throw it quite a bit as well. I'll show you that setup. I've already got one of those rigged on because I use a Shaky head for just about everything. So I'll take this guy right here. This is my SMH head that I made with Z-Man with the SMH worms. A lot of times when I'm fishing for fish that I know are spawning, I'll cut the bait down a little bit. So you can see I cut about maybe a 1/2 inch off of it. It's a 6-inch plastic and I cut it down to about 5 inches. I'll Texas rig that guy and flip that at beds as well. And this setup's gonna be like 10-pound test, 12-pound test fluorocarbon. I'll use 10 or 15-pound test braid, 2500 series reel, and my signature series 7'1" medium heavy power 6-stick from Favorite Fishing. You got that? Y'all ready to go catch one? Huh? We got the baits, we got the rods, we got the reels, we got the lines. Now all we need is some bass, baby. Let's go, let's go. Ow! I wanted to remind everybody about my online fishing tournament, the Straight Up Spring Fishing Classic. All right, for you guys that want to register for this Straight Up Fishing Spring Classic, this is how you do it. It's super simple, okay? First thing you need to do is download the Fishing Chaos app. That's who we've partnered with to run this tournament. They're gonna facilitate the whole thing. Secondly, you'll go to shopblat.com, my website. The link will be below. And you're registered for the tournament. There's no entry fee for this tournament. All you have to do is make a purchase at shopblat.com and then you will receive a passcode. That passcode for making your order, you'll go back to your app and then you'll register for the tournament within the app. Official rules for this tournament. This tournament is going to be won by inches. It won't be pounds like your traditional tournament. There is some official rules. I'll put those in the link below and they'll be on my website as well as the Fishing Chaos app. Now, we are going to go by inches, but we're going to go by the biggest inches of your 5 best fish. All right, something else that is very important that you guys need to know for this tournament. You do have to use the official measuring boards that we have linked below. We give you the links where you guys can go and buy the measuring boards. Go to the link below, get the measuring boards because that's very important in keeping everything equal. When it comes to prizes, the prizes for the tournament, for first place in each tournament, all 3 tournaments, you're gonna win a fishing trip with me on Lake Hartwell. And then we're gonna do 2nd through 5th. 2nd through 5th, we're gonna give you guys tackle prizes from a lot of my sponsors and some custom kits that I'm gonna give you that are well worth over $100 a piece. So you guys are gonna win a lot of tackle in this tournament. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope you guys go register. Let me know. I'm super excited about this Spring Fishing Classic. This is something we put a lot of work into. And I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys fish catches, all right?